the next thing we're going to be talking about is the correct way to set a table. So I'm just going to scroll up just to let everybody see all these beautiful images that and how it transforms the room. Woo! Okay, so let's talk about the correct way. I think we got back up to the part, right? Okay, so let's talk about the correct way to set a table.
Yeah. I mean, one thing I do suggest to brides when they're coming with me to figure out if they're going to do a buffet style or if they're going to do a seated dinner. If you're going to be doing a seated dinner, you're going to want to have like here would be perfect for seated because then you can put the salads on there, the napkin's not in the way. But yeah, your chargers will go down, and you do not eat off chargers. I know there are people out there that's like, what is a charger? Basically a decorative plate for your plate. I know that's crazy, but it's really just something pretty for the table. The plate goes on top. So this would be a perfect setup for a seated dinner. Got your forks on the left, nice and spoon on the right. And then, I mean, if you do a buffet, then that's whenever you can put a menu on top of the charger or have your napkin on top of the charger, similar to that.
Similar to this?
Yeah, so that could be perfect if you're doing like a buffet. Because if you're doing a seated, you're not going to want anything on the charger. Maybe like a menu and they could easily grab it, but a lot of times people will have the salads preset. So just something to think about whenever you're figuring out the decor.
And that does make a lot of sense. And I know there, let me scroll down because I know we had one that had a menu on it. Let me get down. I know there was one.
There's one. That's the menu.
Yeah.
This one. Yeah. So, I mean, this would work if you did a seated, but a lot of times they'll just have salads preset when people do seated. Mm-hmm. So it's always nice to just have it cleared off, and you could put the napkin on the side or some other way. But if you do buffet, you can really do whatever then.
And the reason why is because usually if you're doing buffet, the plates are up at the buffet table. So your seating is just there to make it look all pretty until the plate comes back.
Yeah. And that's another thing. Like I have brides that come in and they get worried that the plates aren't going to match. And I'm like, if you're doing buffet, you don't need to worry about that because by the time they get the plates on the table, it's already going to have food on it. So
right.
Don't be concerned about those things. You know, chargers, that's kind of what chargers are for. They're supposed to be the pretty part of it.
Yes. And they do make a huge difference. So, okay. Yay. Good. Anything else as far as that?
I mean, not on that subject. Pretty simple. And like I said, with my services, you don't even have to worry about that. I come out and I set it all up for you. So, and if you get a good caterer, they will pick up all the plates and chargers for you. So at the end of the night, the only thing on the table is the linen and centerpiece.
Yeah. And that is one thing I want to say as well is anytime that you rent, there's sometimes that people will look and think, oh my gosh, if we buy it, then we could resell it and, whatever. But at the end of the day, the least amount of things that you have to worry about on your wedding day, the more that you and or your parents or friends who are helping, the more that they just get to be in the moment. And just like Rochelle said, we have some amazing rental people, just like this, Jamie Vintage Rental Company, and then Rochelle, and we've got some amazing wedding professionals. And the great part about that is that you don't have to worry about the before of getting it all there, nor do you have to worry about getting it all broke down and taken, take it with you at the end of the night. Because at the end of the day, when your wedding's done, the wedding day is such a blur anyway. It all goes really, really, really fast. But if you don't have to worry about taking everything down and stressing about where it's going and all of that, all of that just adds up.
Yep, you'll enjoy it so much more.
So much more, for sure. Okay. Is there anything else?
I'm just reading the comments. I didn't have them on. Lindsay's my sister-in-law. Had a great wedding. She had a great wedding. No, I think just, everybody don't get too discouraged right now. We're going to get through all this, and life's going to go on. So if you're planning your wedding, enjoy it. And I'm here to help, like I said, any way I can.
Kathy, and I know, I'm pretty sure Kathy is in our 417 Engaged Couples group. She's asking, do you have any of the pictures of the wedding, of Lindsay's wedding? Is there any pictures here of Lindsay's wedding?
No, I didn't put it on here, but I can definitely, they're on my Facebook and they're on my Instagram. Okay.
And she's in our group, Rochelle, so you can,
and that's the napkin. I can tell you, that's the napkin right there that Lindsay used. She did the dusty blue and it looks gorgeous. She did the greenhouse. Oh wait, no, I don't have a picture. I have a picture in front of me, but I don't. But no, they're on my Facebook and on my Instagram. Basically, they're the only couple that really shows up on my social media. The rest are all table pictures.
Perfect. Yeah, and the pops of color that you do, just looking back at these, it just makes a huge, and I think that bow tie is so cute, but it's so personal, but it just makes a huge difference. So okay, so you can so you can get back with Kathy. Like I said, you can get back with her in the group as well. So okay, perfect. Right. Is there anything else?
I don't think so. I'm just growing.
Yes. Look at that tummy. I love it. We just before we got on, Rochelle reminded us that she's in her third trimester. So this heat, this is her first day. Yeah. Well, thank you everybody who tuned in, and thank you, Rochelle, for being here. And even doing these lives, man, I would love to have everybody back in the office, but it's amazing that we have the technology that we do have, that we can still come and help couples and that are planning. And any questions, if you have any questions, we have gotten a lot of questions over the last week, and just know that we're here. If you're needing anything, we want to help you in any way that we can. And and honestly, it goes for all top, I can honestly say it goes for all top wedding professionals, that we just want to be here for you. And no question is ever a dumb question when it comes to wedding planning, or, don't feel like, oh, I don't want to ask that. Don't feel that way, because, it's what we're here for. And, yes, we might answer it 1,000 times, but it really and truly doesn't matter. What matters is you ask the questions that are important to you. And we are, that's what we're here for. That's the great thing about working with wedding professionals, is that they do have the answers. And if we don't have an answer, we're going to find it for you. So thank you all for, just tuning in, and we love, just coming to you and helping every week, and just very blessed to have Rochelle today. And, when she said she would do the live with us, I'm like, oh my goodness, I cannot wait to show, table, because it does, it completely transforms a room. Centerpieces are amazing and beautiful, and but you can see
them. Yep. When you combine them, it's a wow factor.
It is. And, just like with those images of the chair covers, it just makes a huge difference. So, and don't feel like, we'll just reiterate from the beginning a little bit of what we talked about in case you weren't here at the beginning. This is a great time to plan. All of this kind of stuff is all the detailed stuff that you literally, with the time that you have and the time that wedding professionals have right now, it is a great time to just kind of get all of these things lined out. And one of the things Rochelle mentioned earlier was to start getting your head count and start getting all of those numbers, because you do. I mean, when you come to meet with her, it's helpful to know, okay, this is about how many people we're going to be seating, because that has everything to do with how many tablecloths you need, and how many chair covers you need, and how many chargers you're going to need. And so any of that stuff that you can do right now. But just want to reiterate it again. Know that wedding professionals, we're still all open for business. We are just trying to figure out all of, like, everybody, not just on Top Weddings, but I feel like everybody is doing a really good job of just making sure that they're figuring out what meeting with everyone looks like right now. I know for us, it was really important for us to, we messaged every single one of our wedding professionals, and in every single post that we make, we say, okay, she's meeting by FaceTime, or she's emailing you images. And there's so many ways, because of technology, that don't feel like, oh, I can't even plan my wedding because everything's closed, because nope, we're all open. And know that that we're all here to help. So, and just like Rochelle said earlier, we're all in this together, and we're going to get through the next few weeks as well. And but we're here for you. And there's nothing better than a wedding. When it comes to brightening your spirits, and just with the unknowns that are out there, there's nothing better that brightens your spirits than a wedding. That's why we are continuing to post, because I'm like, when you see beautiful wedding images, they make me smile.
Yeah, it's a happy time. When you go to a wedding, it's just full of love. So I know a lot of people are needing that right now, so we're gonna keep giving it to y'all.
That's right. Okay, well, thank you so much. Thanks everybody for tuning in, and we will be here next Wednesday. Brock with Elevate will be here next Wednesday. So but we'll be here next Wednesday. And then, like I said, if you are engaged and you are not in our 417 Engaged Couples group, make sure that that you join. It is free. As long as you are engaged, you can be a part of that group. And then also, make sure you check out the website, because Rochelle, she has an interview on there. There's pictures on there. There is on every single page, there is, for every single wedding professional we have, you get to meet the wedding professional. You get to see their work, which, that's a big reason. That's a big way that you find wedding professionals, because you like what they're doing. You like their work. And then there's interviews on every single page as well. And that, when you're sitting at home, and you can, those interviews are only 4 to 6 minutes. So you could literally in an hour check out 10 wedding professionals that you might be interested in. And, those interviews, everybody jumped in and did those interviews so that it would help you get to know them before you even sit down and meet with them. But this is a perfect time to use that. So what? Oh, hang on, Rochelle, just a second. Shelby's telling me we had another comment. We have round tables outside. She's asking if we have round tables outside, should we go with round
linens to the
yes.
I can see it.
Okay, good.
For my business, I only carry linens to the ground. And the reason I do that is it looks better.
Mm-hmm.
And I can understand people worrying like if it's an outdoor wedding. With all honesty, I've never really had any issues for outdoor weddings with my linens getting like dirty or anything like that. So yeah, I suggest to the ground, but if you're worried about that, to the seat is fine. Um, and also, if you have them to the ground, it's easier. Like they won't come like outside if there's wind. It's easier for them to come off if they're only to the seat. So I suggest to the ground always.
And it really makes, again, it goes back to that look and the overall feel of it. When they're all the way down, it looks very I don't want to say very formal, but very
put together. I
yes,
think it's very put together. Yeah.
yes, yeah, absolutely. Okay, good. All right. Well, thank you so much. And Rochelle is in our 417 Engaged Couples group. So if you do have questions, you can reach her in there as well. So, okay. Bye, guys. Thank you all.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.